Hi, welcome to Hikate's Crossing. Okay, I want to pull out my mini decks just for a post that I did. Anyway, so I want to bring them out and let me share. Okay, I started off with this. I've got the Wild Bohemian affirmation cards, and by a colour picture, I've got the Let Go and Inspired by Frida. Right, great little cards. And then we've got The Language of Flowers by Sherilyn Darcy. Another great deck. Let me just pull out one card for you to have a look at, just so you can sort of see. With the Frida. Okay, there's pictures of Frida on one side. And then you've got the message on the other. This one says, don't be afraid of the biggest unknown in your life, your potential. It's a gift you must unwrap each day. Okay, next we've got, let me show you the Let Go. Same thing, where you've got a picture on one side, as you can see there, and then on the other, let's have a look at the message. Says, relinquish defensiveness in your communications, instead stand tall, listen and learn. Great message there. So yeah, it's kind of cool. Okay, now these ones are a little different. There's different ones in here, like I am love, I am infinite. Oops, I am love, I am infinite, I have come. And then it's got a little thing underneath, like I am love, and it's got the internal flame of your love is unifying. Enjoy being everything. I am infinite. It's more than okay to believe in miracles. Rely on joy as your foundation. Now, if you put all this, if you turn the cards up the other way and put all the cards together, you create this image. So kind of cool. Okay, so next I've got the Raincoast Pocket Tarot by Christoph James. Now remember, when you buy tarot or oracle decks or rune decks, whatever, cartomancy decks from a creator, blubbering there. If you buy an indie deck from a creator, make sure that you're buying it directly. If it's an indie deck, make sure you're buying it directly from the creator. You are not buying it from someone who hasn't created the original deck. The only time that you want to is just make sure that when you're buying mass market, that you're buying from a reputable dealer. Publishing house, or you're from a retailer that is reputable. Okay, so this is the Raincoast Pocket Tarot by Christoph James. So make sure you're buying them from his website. Do check out the creator's website before you go order from Etsy or Amazon, third party or whatever. Make sure you're checking out the website first, and then you'll get taken to the correct link. Okay, that's one thing. Okay, I do have the Mini Thoth Tarot, which is a great little pocket deck to take with me on the go. I do have a Mini Mother Peace Tarot, and another great little deck. Okay, I do have the Mini Steampunk, which I've got set up for the Wheel of the Year readings, with Steampunk Leninmand, but Steampunk Tarot, which is kind of cool little cards. Okay, I do have the Manga Tarot. Okay, which has got some differences in it with the numerology, with the numbers on it. Okay, so there are some cards that are a little bit different. They're yeah, and the court cards there's like prince and princess and that as well. So there are some differences. Okay, now I do have the Universal Tarot as well, just a Los Scarabeo. It's the Universal Mini, which is really great when you're on the go and you just want a little sort of a Rider-Waite-Smith type deck, but not similar to the Rider-Waite-Smith, but it's Universal Tarot. Okay, I do have from Game Crafter, I've got a couple of decks here. I do have the New Zealand Naturally Tarot, which is the New Zealand tarot deck, which is animals and, you know, fauna and flora. So animals and plants and that as well. And there's a couple of extra cards in the deck, and the suits are slightly different. You've got waves, and you've got peaks, trees, and coins. So yeah, they're a bit different. Okay, and the other one I got from Game Crafter is Pearls of Wisdom. Now this is a very busy deck. Very busy. I love it. I've loved this deck for a very, very long time. I don't use it enough at the moment. I seem to have put it away a little bit. It does come out occasionally, but I'd like to use it a little bit more. It does have a lot in the imagery. It's quite a busy deck, so it's not something that you want to use large spreads with or anything like that. Otherwise it gets a bit mind-boggling, but it is a wonderful deck to use. I love the imagery. Okay, now there's a couple of creations that I made myself. Now I've made a lot more, but this is just to show you a few. Is Journey to the Crossroads Tarot, which I made, of course. Now these I made for fun. I made for me. This was pastels on black paper, then I photographed it, and I made it as a digital deck, and then I decided to just leave it, and then I wanted to print it out for myself, and I just left it on Make Playing cards. So if you want a copy, go for it. There's different sizes, of course. Now I did make a Crossroads Oracle as well. Again, I made them for me, so they're not perfect, they are not fancy. Really my creations I really just did for me, and they were there just to share if you just want something for fun. It's not about being fancy, it's sort of keeping it real with me, just with what I wanted to do for me. Right, the other deck I made was Sacred Fractals. Now this is not a normal tarot deck, this is done with fractals, so you'll see that the imagery is not what you would class pit or scenic or anything like that. It's just fractal images, and then I've just added the titles to the cards, and I just made them again for me, for developing my tarot readings, to open up to the meanings of the cards, to see what else came through. It really leaves you to your own interpretation. Really opens it up. Once you have a basic understanding of tarot, then you can sort of open up to whatever messages and things. If you are working with clairvoyance, clairaudience, a mediumship, you know, any sort of psychic abilities whatsoever, it really does sort of open you up in that aspect. So, and then the other deck that I've got here is Nature Spirits Oracle. Again, this was just taken with photos, and I mucked around with them a little bit and created this imagery. Now again, no guidebook, you can do what you like with it. You know, you might get different messages that come through at different times depending on your context of your question. So yeah, another fun, this was done with photos manipulation, and had fun with it. So how do I, if I'm going on the go and I want a few, and I want to take some of these decks with me, what I do is, let me grab the pouch that I made. Oh. Now, I made this and it was fun, and if anyone else wants to make it, go for it. I'd love to see your creations if you make something like this. But here they are. So what it is it's 6 pockets. Okay, there's 5 minis and a full size pocket in the middle here. So I can just slide a deck in to the pocket, slide a deck into the pocket, and then I can fold it up and take it with me on the go. So I can have 6 decks. I can have 5 mini decks between tarot and oracle, and then I can take one sort of full size tarot deck with me, or maybe an oracle deck, whatever I feel drawn to taking, depending on how many mini decks I take in tarot or oracle. So depending, trying to create some sort of balance, maybe 3 tarot, 3 oracle, you know. So yeah, that's it from me. So if anyone wants to make a pouch of some sort, and where you can carry more than you know, 1 or 2 decks, I just thought it was quite cool, just something a bit different. So yeah, that's it from me. Don't forget to check the links down below, check the links on my channel, like, subscribe and ring the bell so you know when the next video will be up.